This is your host Steve from the back coming at you again, raw and unscripted. Um, this channel is titled Steve's Art and Fun. This is a very small channel. This is not a large channel. This channel hasn't been around a long time. But just like any other channel, and when I say any other, I mean just like any other channel that exists. This channel needs to grow like any other channel needs growth. It needs subs, it needs likes, it needs comments, it needs a following, it needs a base. Even though I would say this channel is really fringe, to be 100% honest, like this channel's fringe. This channel's fringe both and cringe because this channel, me being, who I am, being a very unorthodox, very wild and free-spirited person that usually a person doesn't know watching where I'm coming from, where I'm going, and is not really able probably to really know what to expect, because me just being who I am is not necessarily the norm. So this channel is small and unnoticed, but it's not. See, the type of person I am is not like the norm. What I'm saying is I'm an individual. This channel is not necessarily what you think you expect. Like you think, oh, oh, I know what this is. I've been on channels before. Well, you might come to my channel and find out that you may not know exactly what the fuck to expect. Because what you're dealing with me is you're dealing with a type of energy, if you will, that is flexible and very feral. You know what I mean? It's very wild. Is animalistic in a way. You know what I mean? It's very bombastic. It's very very interchangeable very fast. So you're not going to necessarily come on this channel and just see one thing, or it's just going to be one subject every time, because I'm just a person. I'm not pretending to be a character. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm not trying to be like one thing on this channel. I'm just being myself and trying to get fucking views. You know what I mean? So that's what this channel is. You know what I mean? Like, it's Steve's Art and Fun channel because, yeah, I'm an artist, and yeah, it's this channel talks about like recreation and shit. Things that are supposed to be fun, like games and stuff like that. But it's more than that. So you really have to thoroughly go into the videos and see what type of video you want to watch, or what even you want to see content about. But it's very small, you know what I mean? You see the number of subscribers. This channel's tiny, you know what I mean? This is like a late startup. You remember when YouTube was small and it's like people were on YouTube and it was just budding or whatever, and people had like channels like this, and then next thing you know, they fucking exploded. So this channel needs to explode, god damn it, please. But for now, it is what it is. But what I really wanted to talk about in this rant was I wanted to speak on how basically society has standards, and those standards in society, I'm not going to say that they stifle creativity, or they stifle people. But what I'm going to say is there's always two sides to a coin. So it's not necessarily how am I trying to say this? what I'm trying to say is, given the amount of like funds you have, right? Given the amount of money you have, what you own, you know, how much work you had to put in to get to the point to where you own such and such things. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're owning such and such things, like you're owning businesses, you're owning property, or whatever you're owning, like even with the channel, like for instance, like the PewDiePie, who PewDiePie is, right? It's like a blow up person, someone who exploded, who put in work on YouTube and over enough time just exploded, you know what I mean? That type of person like that obviously can own things, you know what I mean? Can own many things,
So
probably own
I'm
shit
getting
that you don't even know he owns,
I'm
you know what I
getting
mean?
at
Shit like
that
that. So what I'm trying to say is like,
hitting
depending on
people
who
when
you
your back is
are,
turned and
um
targeting opponents that
people
are not
understand like,
locked on to
and I'm
you
not
is
trying to
an
say this
okay
like to be,
strategy, I guess.
oh, Mr. Moral, or trying to get on a fucking high horse or whatever.
Really?
What I'm trying to say is like,
Here,
people are
here.
programmed naturally to understand when you have a certain amount of status. That's really what the words I'm looking for. When you have enough status, people look at you different. So people tend to be a little bit more open to what you're saying or what you're doing, depending on what your status is. So, like a poor motherfucker like
Wow,
myself,
that's
who's
a huge
still
stump.
caught up
Not
in,
my life.
quote, the struggling, fucking busting my ass at work, doing doubles, you know, um, dreaming of the future, you know, all that shit, just dreaming of everything, like, girls, money, status, uh, everything, you know what I mean? Physicality, like, days put into the gym, looking good, working good, making money, having the means to meet the right people, all that type of shit. That, like, these PewDiePie types already have locked down because they've already established that base. They already have the foundation. They're already there. All they have is, just them in their choice, and that's it. You know what I mean? And we all know, whatever other stuff comes is like a gamble, but they have a foundation, So, like, what I'm saying is, a tiny little unknown person like myself, just trying, just with a dream, just trying to make it on YouTube, trying to be something. Um, you know, someone will just look at me like, "Oh, you're just some crazy dude. You're just crazy, bro. You're just crazy. Like you're crazy. That's like the default thing. You're just crazy. You're talking about crazy shit. You look crazy. Your hairline's crazy. You know what I mean? Your face looks crazy. You're fucked up, bro. You're just some nobody. You're nothing. You're just crazy and you're just out there and you're just wild. You know what I mean? And you're just an NPC or whatever, right? So, that's what people have this mentality. So I'm just ranting on this to say, like, it would be interesting to see if someone
Okay.
had enough money in their pocket, how they could be their authentic self, in the difference between when you are not necessarily Mr. Moneybags with deep fucking pockets, or Mrs. Moneybags, or whatever you identify as Moneybags, with the fucking deep pockets. Uh, it's like interesting to see who you would actually be or how you'd carry yourself. Um, it's like, would you really be who you really are? Which is probably a fucking sideshow freak from the zoo, if you're a person like me and you like, you know, or would you pretend to be fucking normal like most of society, you know, just to, I don't know, maybe to fit in or whatever, get along or whatever with people, so I just thought it was worth talking about. Just throwing that out there, like, you know, just throwing out, that concept out there because that's just daily what I deal with, and um, I often realize, like, hey, it could have been different. Like, I could have actually been born different. I could have been born to wealth, you know, um, who knows what I would be or who I'd be. I often just wonder, like, I don't know. But really, I guess what because I'm going to make this short. When I'm going to close this rant, what I'm really saying is you should probably just, be your fucking self. Because actually, you really only live once in a certain way. Now, I'll be honest and I'll say I 100% believe that, a person is immortal. A person has an immortal soul. So truly, it's not necessarily that you only live once, but you do only live certain things maybe once. So, maybe you want to do a favor to yourself and just at least be your fucking self. You know what I mean? Like, be yourself. And try to make decisions that you think are worth making. Just because of that. So, those who are not subscribed, I highly, what's the word? Fuck. I highly recommend that you subscribe to this channel because who the fuck knows what type of content might actually be coming onto this channel? You know, just think of that. You don't know exactly what the fuck's going to be pushed out onto this channel, and you don't know exactly what part you could play in whatever could be going on this channel. Because, like I said before, we're all programmed to do a certain thing. We see someone when they blow up, or if they blow up, or whatever, everybody wants to jump on and say, "Oh yeah, I was down since blah blah blah," and when I was down with that, I knew about that before. Yeah, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, but did you really? See, one of the biggest things I tried to do on this channel is, like, I try to search for people who have a certain type of energy. You know what I mean? People who have a certain type of mindset, a certain type of vision. That's really the biggest word, I think, is vision. You know what I mean? Like, they have a certain type of vision. Um, and it's very hard to find people, I feel like, that have that type of vision. You know, like I do. And I'm not saying it's very hard to find those people. I just mean it's very hard for me to connect with those type of people and to collaborate with those type of people, because I just find that generally in society, I don't see it a lot. I see people who have like a inkling of a tiny, tiny inkling of scratching the surface. I don't see people who genuinely really want to delve deep into certain things, I don't see that a lot. So my whole thing is, like, I feel like I have to have an effort to search out these people, you know? Like, I have to search them out because they don't seem to be very easy to find, you know? And I'm pretty sure a lot of these types of people are hiding anyway. You know what I mean? They're not really so out in the open anyway, you know? I know there's certain communities on YouTube, like there's a disclosure community, there's the community of people who are more satanically inclined, there's a community of people who are interested in cryptozoology, but they're into it in a way where they're not calling the so-called cryptids and things an enemy. They're not, Christian Bible thumpers and all of that. So this like I always say, this channel talks about spiritual things. Like, I'm not gonna say this channel is like a totally a spirituality channel, What I'm saying is this channel delves into some spiritual things. You know what I mean? And I'm a person to where, you know, I'm very philosophical, but also feel like it's a grounding aspect to believe in some spiritual things and also to ask a question, because like some things I just don't really understand. You know, like I'll give you an example. So like for instance, a couple nights ago I had an experience to where I felt like literally, and I could perceive this. This is another thing I mean, like about the mental spiritual like connection. I could perceive that at the point in time where I let my guard down enough when I was entering, into like sleep, it felt like I was literally being like dragged through dragged for a distance, like literally dragged. Like, if someone were to grab you by your ankle and drag you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking like, okay, so what is this? You know what I mean? Like, I can perceive this, I can feel that this is happening, even if this is mental. There's something behind that. There's always something behind something. It's almost like, things wear masks. It's like there's a mask and then there's a mask and there's a deeper perception of what's actually going on. And I have to ask the question, like, so what is that about? So that's just like a tiny bit of like what I mean when I talk about things like this, like how there's things that are always going on. You know what I mean? Um there are things that are always being uh how do I say, it's operating, but there's always something behind it, and there are always things in place to hide what is actually going on. And that translates even over into the physical. Like there's things going on behind that, but then there's something that is masking what's actually going on. It's just like the thought process of human beings, of like how you can't tell what someone's thinking, but there's always something behind someone's words that's actually really going on in their fucking mind. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying about that. That's why this channel talks about these things, and this channel expounds on these things and doesn't just sweep it under the rug and doesn't just overlook it and say, "Oh, well, that's just crazy talk. Nobody thinks about that." Well, motherfucker, maybe you should start thinking about these things, because you got to understand that like a lot of shit is going on, and there's more to life than you fucking think it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just what you think it is. You know what I mean? So this channel does. I'm not saying that's all this channel is, because really, at the end of the day, this channel is about having fun. You know what I mean? And getting views. If that. You know what I mean? This channel is Steve is gonna do what gets views on this channel to be successful, and then try to connect to a greater consciousness of like someone that wants to do something more meaningful or learn something more meaningful from something. But the views have to come. Like, there has to be a funnel. There has to be a pathway. There has to be a fucking an entrance, like a window. There has to be some type of fucking way that views come into this channel. You know what I mean? It's all about like, you have to have views. It's kind of like it takes money to make money. You have to find a way to get to a point. You know. You see this with certain channels. Like, you see people who go through, they make the money, they make the views, and then next thing you know, they think, hey, I'm actually a fucking spiritual person, actually, and I am a spiritual being, and I may want to actually, and then some people, what's the first thing they say? Oh, this person is acting weird. You know what I mean? He's talking about, no, motherfucker. The thing is this, is that they actually got to a point where they felt they had a foundation and felt secure enough to where they could branch out and actually do some like reflective type of work, you know what I mean, like that, and actually go deeper, because you have to understand that one of the biggest problems that we have in a society and in, you know, as a human race in general, globally even, is the spiritual problem. Is the problem that, you know, we live so fast paced that we don't really have the time to slow down enough to address spiritual issues, or to acknowledge even a lot of times that there is a spiritual issue. So we don't have this real time to actually address that. You know what I mean? We don't have time. We don't have the means or time sometimes to address that. You know, because everything is too fast paced. Like I've said before, you know, you get up in the morning, you drink your coffee. You know what I mean? You even could be like one of these, you know, stunner motherfuckers out here, like the lean beef patties, and, you know, the fitness dudes, and the what's his name? What the fuck is this dude's name? I'm forgetting his name right now. What's his name? David Lade. Like, you're the David Lade motherfucker. Who I'm not saying this is him because I don't know his life, but I'm just saying you could be a gym motherfucker. That's, you know, the Gymshark motherfucker that, you know, you have a crazy physique, a crazy look, so you just, like, all it is your look, your muscles, your physique, or whatever, your appearance. You just get up in the morning. You ain't about no spiritual shit. You don't even have time to think about it. You get up in the morning, you probably drink some fucking energy shit. You probably get some pre-workout or whatever the fuck you put in your body. You know, you get yourself amped up. You go into the fucking gym. You know, you wreck shit in the gym. You got this crazy fucking look, crazy pump, vascularity, all this shit. And, you know, that all you're thinking about is in sponsorships and all that shit. And then it's like, you know, did you really have time to really, like, meditate and think, like, you know, I wonder if there's, like, spiritual shit going on, you know, like that actually, that there's a greater force or a greater thing that needs to be attended to, like, motherfucker, who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Like, at that point, like, are you really thinking about that? Are you seriously, honestly thinking about that? Is your life not so fast paced that things are coming at you so fast from every angle that probably not, right? So you get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, most people, even just average people, like, not that you're even at that level, like these people who are just so, what's the word, marketed or marketable, or so, you know, like I said, lean, you know, like fitness people, like lean beef patty and fucking, what's his name, David Lade, and fucking, like, you know, these type of, the PewDiePie streamer gamer and all this fucking shit. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you're these type of people, who says that you actually have the fucking time, that you can actually delve into yourself and even think that you could even, because like I said, we live in a world where people don't even want to give that shit a time of the day. They think that shit is for fucking hippies. Um, they think that shit is for fucking hippies, fucking delusional motherfuckers, crazy people, motherfuckers who are probably struggling with their sexuality or some shit, and trying to use spirituality as a facade or a mask to mask their actual agenda, because we do have people in this world who are just kind of fucked up and don't understand how to really break past, to be honest with shit, and then they try to put fake shit on, not be authentic, to try to hide shit. And you know, so, you know, people normally think of a person like they don't understand, like, you know, some people are just different, you know what I mean? Like, all it takes is a certain type of person to ask a question, you know what I mean, to really have to ask a question, like, because they feel the cause for concern to ask a question, you know. And I'm that person who just feels a cause for concern to ask a question, because, to be honest, when I get up in the morning, and I fucking look at people, I analyze them a lot. Like, I'm not necessarily judgmentally, but I really analyze every fucking thing around me and be like, okay, why the fuck do people behave this way? Like, what the fuck is so. What's so normal to you about behaving this way? Because my ass was a poor black motherfucker growing up in Bridgeport, Connecticut, a little kid that looked like a gray alien, skinny, in his fucking underwear, on the floor, drawing fucking things people would call demonic and call monsters in, what's the word? Deifying characters that were fiction, like Ninja Turtles that only have two fucking toes, Nightcrawler with only two fucking toes, three fucking fingers, and freak monster motherfuckers that you normally wouldn't see in existence, while knowing as a child, the innocent child brain, knowing that there are things that exist like this, you know what I mean? Uh, Admiring the world of the fucking Star Wars, Star Trek, fucking so-called sci-fi world, knowing that these things actually exist. Like, there's things out there, you know what I mean? As a little child, knowing these things, you know what I mean? So it was always there, is what I'm saying. It's like the aspect of the spirit world and growing up Christian, growing up Christian, being demonized and being always beat over the head, like, yeah, you're not supposed to like that. You're not supposed to think about that. You're not supposed to talk about that. You're not supposed to acknowledge that. You're not supposed to say anything positive about that because that's all demonic and all this and all that. So that's what I come from. You know what I mean? From a child. You know what I mean? From a tiny little fucking child, like I said, in the tidy whities, a little black kid rolling around on the hard floor with dust on it, itchy from playing outside, rolling around on the fucking grass on hot summer days, drawing monsters and shit on the fucking hard floor. Tiny and skinny as a little gray alien with a big ass fucking head and tidy whities, looking like a fucking alien. You know what I mean? Wanting to do everything like a little alien or like a little chimpanzee. Fake ass human. Supposed to be human, not even acting like one. You know what I mean? So that's where I come from as a child. You know what I mean? That's me as a child. So just fucking saying. While everyone's like, oh, we gotta go to church and we gotta be Christian and we gotta, man, what the fuck out of here with that shit, man. That's all bullshit, man. The fuck? Just saying. That's all bullshit. But like I was saying, so this is what I mean about how they say, oh, you're crazy, or you're out there my fucking ass, bro. Out there my fucking ass. No, what's out there is your ass. I'm not out anywhere. The fuck are you talking about? If I was out there, quote, I would be out there actually trying to make contact with something else. Because I understand that this so-called modern day, day-to-day, 9 to 5, drink your fucking coffee, abuse your fucking body, drink your fucking energy drink, and so on and so forth, and so on and fucking so forth, even down to your fucking party drugs that you're probably abusing. What I'm saying is, there is a fucking spirit world and there's more, right? So this channel talks about that, but this channel also expresses to that, from person to person, there's an individuality that everyone has, that is like innate to a person. That is innate to everyone, so that's all I'm saying when I say that. But this channel tries to ask the question. It's like a prodding action. It's like a reaching out and prodding, like, okay, so who knows this already? You know what I mean? Who already knows this? Who out there is searching for a place that they can actually call home, but they already know all this, Maybe they're not necessarily voicing this, but you already fucking know this, Or like maybe this is you but you just don't have a channel that actually is what you are. You know what I mean? So you're like going to every other channel. You're like, no, this is the same shit. You know, this is PewDiePie or this is this person or whatever. No disrespect, but you know, you're just saying like that's not exactly me. You know, I don't really resonate with that. But this channel is like trying to ask, like, okay, so who really knows? Who really knows about this shit? Who really has the even back to your family? Like, who even in your family? Who has instances of your family and ancestors that have touched on things that they may not even admit, but they know, okay, we know this is a thing, right? We don't talk about this, but we know this is a thing, right? As much as in denial as we want to be, we already know what's going on, right? We know this is a fucking thing, but we don't like to talk about this. We don't share this with everybody, you know, like, that's who I'm looking for on this channel. That's what this really is about. Okay, that's what this really is about. At its core, right? At its deep core, not the outskirts of like, oh, you want to play a fucking Mugen video and some Mugen gameplay and talk shit. No, it's not really that. No, what I'm talking about now is the depth of it. This is the depth, right? This is the core of this channel, actually. This is when I say the fringe, the cringe. This is the fringe right now. This is the fringe. Okay, this is the fringe. This is the shit that goes on, but motherfuckers don't want to even talk about it. It's like you want to chalk it up to this hallucination. You want to chalk it up as what's it called? Paranoid delusion. You want to chalk it up as all type of shit. But this is what's really fucking going on, bro. And not only is this is the kicker, right? This is the fucking kicker, right? The kicker is, it's not even what the fuck is going on. This is what the fuck you fucking are. This is what the fuck you are that they label you as probably crazy or off or weird. This is what's actually what you are. That you know at your core, at your essence, that you come from. Right? That you know that your consciousness is open to a degree. To a degree. Not saying you're adept, but I'm saying that you, to a degree, that your consciousness is open to all this other field of consciousness. That most of it is primarily non-human, even that you know is non-human. That's because you know what it is. You already know what this is. And this is the stuff that's hidden from society. This is the stuff that people will kill people, actually, you know, in higher levels, kill people to not talk about or know about. You know, that they don't want mainstream society to even fucking know about at all. You know, that's dangerous to some people. They would say that you would even open yourself to know or to think about these things. So there's massive influence for society, media, to label this as crazy because they don't want people on a grand scale to start thinking like you, because if they did, there's going to be some fucking pushback. There will be pushback. And literally, people will die or put their lives on the line to do what is they consider right against the status quo. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. You know? That's what I'm fucking talking about, bro. So it's like it's serious, but at the same time, you have to understand that we live in a time frame. So there's like, you have a lifetime, there's a time. There's no hell or nor heaven that anyone could really like put you in. It doesn't matter. You know, you're gonna die someday. If things aren't panned out to your seen in your lifetime, there's always going to be another time frame and another time frame and another. There's always going to be that. You know what I mean? There's always going to be another and another and another and another and another chance for people to ascend. You know, that's the way things are. So that is what it is. But I'm just saying right now that like this channel dives into that. You know, this channel goes into that. This channel doesn't just go into that, but this channel understands that culturally that there is a culture behind all this, you know, and understands also that, like, I'm not saying you have to wear this shit on your sleeve, but what I'm saying is that there are some of us that just fucking know, you know. There are just some of us that know. We know this. We know that this so-called rambling that I'm rambling supposedly right now is more than what it fucking sounds like. And that this supersedes a lot of shit that you would even think. This supersedes so much shit that it's world crushing. Like, it's literally like, you know, people that have spent their days and lives in churches, days in their lives as Christians, days and days and days upon days as Muslims, ancestors, Muslims, Christians, this and that, and this fucking supersedes that. This goes so far beyond that shit that it's not even fucking funny. Like, this is so advanced beyond that it's not even fucking funny. That it's literally like the fact that you have a choice to believe what you want and live how you want and choose what you want. That makes it to where you could do what you want. But what I'm bringing to you right now is truth. What I'm bringing to you right now, I'm hitting you with truth that you may not be able to handle. Some of you may not be able to handle this because, like I said, you have a choice. Though you have a choice. You can, like, you can listen to this or not. You can understand what I'm saying or not. You could try it or not. You could just say, you're just fucking crazy. What are you talking about? You have that choice, but that doesn't change the truth that I'm actually bringing. It doesn't change just the fact that I'm some motherfucker who works a 9 to 5 and is right now looking at my room like, I need to clean my room. My room looks fucking messy. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even want to bring a bitch back here right now. This shit looks fucked up. I wouldn't even want to bring a bitch home from somewhere or a bar or whatever to fuck in this right now because this shit is just messy. You know what I mean? I'm not at that status yet. I only have small space, so, you know, I only have limited time. I still work, you know, a double or a part-time or whatever, so, you know, it doesn't look how you'd want it to look. I'm not Ryan fucking Cropper. No disrespect, but I'm not, you know, Dark Waters or fucking Infinite Waters or PewDiePie or any of these motherfuckers. So it's not that. You know, it's not that. It's not you know, oh, I'm just gonna listen to this guy or give him even 2 seconds to listen to because, you know, he's got all this fucking money and he's all, you know, he's all over the place, he's all well known and all this shit. So, you know, he's some type of, no. This is just shit that, like, I know that's true and some people know. Some people know this, you know? So, I'm just saying this shit. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking big ass fly just flew by my fucking face. Some type of fucking blowfly. Fuck out of here, man. Yeah, watch. Once it's winter, your ass won't be in here no more. Your ass will be fucking dead. Whether I kill you or not, you be dead during winter. But yeah, flies don't live that long. So, like I was saying, you know, this channel is just that. Like I said, is just some real shit. You know, and I like to do these rants because I don't want people to think like, oh, you're just no. This shit goes deeper. It always can go deeper. It's just, you know, I'm not even trying to make it a dirty joke. This channel can go deeper. It's just that it's just, you know, what I'm putting out there on the surface is just something to try to get views, to get a foundation. It's like trying to sell out almost. Because you know what generally motherfuckers generally flock to. But then once you get a foundation, so my mentality is might as well put out some real, actual real shit from the heart that's real before even that. Because there's probably someone out there that really understands, right? Like they really get what really is going on. And I'm just saying this to let you know that you're not just the only person out there. You know what I mean? Like someone may call you fucking crazy. Someone may say, "Oh, that motherfucker's just crazy." There's no way you're hallucinating, bro. You're just hallucinating. There's no way. There's no way. No, no. I'm letting you know that, like, no, you're not hallucinating shit. you. What it is somewhere, somehow, you found a way. You just somehow just experience things what it actually is. You're seeing things. You're having epiphanies. You're understanding what the fuck really is going on to a degree. And I'm just another person out there that's like that. I'm just not saying the same as you, but I'm saying I understand what's going on, and I'm acknowledging it. I'm openingly acknowledging it. Fucking acknowledging it. That like people have this people have, and I'm gonna cut it right here. This is Steve's Art and Fun channel. This is a rant again, a buck wild and crazy critter rant from the fucking woods. Not literally from the woods, but mentally from the fucking woods. Cause I'm Rocket Raccoon, I'm a fucking critter, I'm in the woods, I'm all that shit. It is what it is, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to tell you is, coming out of the horse's fucking mouth, I understand what the fuck's going on. I get it. I know what's going on out here. I can see what's going on. I'm expounding upon it. I'm opening my fucking mouth. I'm not being a pussy and saying, oh, I think people are gonna deem me as this or that, so I'm not gonna fucking open my mouth and say it. I'm gonna just not say anything and pretend, because a lot of you motherfuckers out here just be pretending every fucking thing you fucking do. And I'm starting to get a little mad because it annoys me. It's like, I value it more when people actually are honest about what the fuck they're doing. A lot of you motherfuckers out here, I'll say it again, are pretending a lot of fucking shit that you fucking do. And half of everything that you fucking do when you step out of bed is a fucking lie anyway. A lot of shit you say out of your mouth is a fucking lie. A lot of, what's the word? Mannerisms, shit you put on is a facade. And it's all bullshit, bro, and I see straight through it. And it annoys me a little, because it's like, I'm not bragging, but I'm saying, if I'm gifted to have a vision to see through motherfuckers, I'm gonna see through your fucking bullshit. Maybe you fool me a couple times, but generally I see through the shit, like, fast. You could even call me psychotic to a degree, to where, a part of psychosis is that you see through bullshit because you're tough enough to actually acknowledge the real shit that's going on. So other people, normal people's minds may actually like to fool themselves to believe bullshit because it comforts them, but my hard ass sees through it, acknowledges it, and can see through it, and actually comes to grips with what I'm actually dealing with. So I'm that motherfucker. Like, I see through a lot of bullshit. So this is what I mean about society with the bullshit. It's like you come out here with all this fucking bullshit, but you don't want to come out here with real shit because you're afraid of what would happen if you actually came out real. So then you see me and you're like, oh, he's a fucking freak, or he's crazy, or he's weird. Yeah, motherfucker. That's because I'm actually being real. That's when I'm actually being authentic. My reactions and my behaviors are authentic. That's why. Because I realize, like, it favors me more to satisfy myself to just be real. Like, so I'm not going to be coming out here with this bullshit. But you're coming out here with fucking bullshit. Like a lot of this YouTube shit, it's all bullshit, man. Or it's just a formula that fucking works. So you see that you're getting those fucking views, and you like the way that feels, and you like the way it impacts your life, because it makes shit easy and gives you some luxury. So you come out with bullshit, and you realize it actually, you're like, holy shit, this fucking works. So you just stick to it, and then you become a perpetual bullshitter. And I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying that all I'm saying is that that's what's going on with a lot of you motherfuckers. And just be honest. That the fuck is what's going on. That's a lot of shit that's going on here in this town, city, and streets is what's going on. Exactly that. That you're coming out with bullshit because it's an acceptable, it doesn't ruffle your feathers so much. It doesn't take you out of your comfort zone so much. So you're coming out with fucking straight bullshit. Right? But then I'm coming at you with real shit and getting judgment for it. And you're just like, yeah, because you're fake. That's why. That's why you can do it, right? But for me, it's too uncomfortable sometimes for me to just be fucking fake. Because deep down, I'm a fucking mongrel. That's why. Because deep down, I'm like, I'm a fucking warrior. I'm like, I'm not, I can't be coming at you fake like that. Because that fake shit does just, I can't live in it. Like, I have to be loose and comfortable. So I just have to just be real and step on people's toes, right? So like I say, like this is a satanic channel. So it's like that. It's like, yeah, it's a satanic channel because it's my fucking channel. And I'm a Satanist. You know, it's like that. So there it is. You know what I mean? It's a war channel. It's so there it is. You know, it is what it is. It's a peace channel at the same time, but it's also a war channel. So there it is. Because it's my channel. It's coming from me. It's like if I had a fucking child. The DNA is coming from the mom, but it's also coming from me. It's all coming out of me. So it's going to inevitably... The only way it could be false is if there's so much fucking money involved that I have to change everything up to keep that flow going because... And I'm man enough to admit that I would do that if I had to. Alright? Being a nobody, I don't have to do anything. So, I come on this channel being a nobody and talk shit to motherfuckers who want to try to do some type of like pedophilic, gay shit, some fucking like deny the truth, talk shit, say they don't know what a woman is, say they don't know what a gender is, say they don't know what this is, say they don't know what that is, play dumb, act like a fucking jackass, you know, be false and be fake all day, in or even all that shit that you guys got going on. So I have to come on here and be unpopular and proclaim openly that I'm not down with any of that fucking shit, bro. Because it's all horseshit. It's bullshit. That's why I'm not down with that shit. Because, like, what does it serve me to play fucking games with some... I'm not even going to say the word because I'll get kicked off. But if you want to be that motherfucker, and I'm not trying to disrespect the gay community, but I'm saying there's a difference between being a, you know, honorable gay person and being a fucking... you know, the word I'm looking for. Because that's what I call people like that. If you want to act a fucking fool, then I'm going to call you out of your name. If you want to be a fucking fool and be fake as fuck, then I'm going to call you some names, bro. Then you're going to be about to be disrespected. And if you want to step to me on any type of level, you made a mistake right then and there. Let that shit be known. So, I'm going to respect you until you act like you don't need to be respected. When you start acting fucking sly and fucking deceptive, nah, bro. When you start being a fucking fool, like I said, you people out here talking about, oh, I don't know what a woman. No, motherfucker, you know what a fucking woman is. Don't stop playing this bullshit, man. Don't try to act like, you don't know what something is because you're trying to be a fucking pedophile creep, or you're trying. Don't be trying to do all this. See, this is what I mean. When you want to plague society and plague the media that was meant for as a platform for creators at first, when you want to try to start delving into the realm of that you want to be, a fucked up individual, I'm not gonna necessarily like that. You know what I mean? Like there might be some backlash. Like you might find that you found a nemesis right there, right then and there, in that second. Because you decided that you wanted to try to stoop that fucking low. See, you need to do some fucking soul searching, motherfucker, and you need to actually look into yourself and see like, oh well, do I really want to be that person? See, that's your fucking choice. Do you want to be that person, right? Well, do you? Because you're gonna step on my fucking toes if you want to be that person. And if you think that you're going to try to back me into a corner or demonize me because I have a fucking warrior mentality and I don't play that shit, that you're gonna try to fucking be a certain type of way and be a fucking worm and be a spineless little sly motherfucker and think you're gonna sly your way around every fucking thing, which is not gonna work out for you. You're going to get squashed. Like I said before, you don't want to try to ever come at me like that because you're going to be fucking destroyed in seconds. This is what I mean. Social media, leftist, communist, socialist motherfuckers with your bullshit. This is why I don't play that shit. It's disgusting. And it doesn't fucking work. And it doesn't fucking benefit people like myself, nor half of anybody except yourself. It's like you want to play a game by your rules and want to try to win by your standard when motherfuckers like myself will have nothing to do with it and will fucking squash you. And on a physical level, you already know, bro. You will get fucked up. You already know, because you already know what this is. Like I said, we're warriors over here. We don't play that shit, bro. We don't fucking play that shit. You will get squashed. Because from the ground up, down to your fucking bones, you're not built like that. That's why you play those type of games. That's why you are what you are in the first place. Because you can't fucking hang with motherfuckers like me. You can't. On a physical fucking level. You already know that shit. You know that shit. It is what it is. Right? So that's what this channel is. This channel is for a certain type. This channel is for everybody. But at its core, like I said, at its core, it's for a certain type. And you can't just sly your way. You can't just sly your way in. And I will speak out against the bullshit that's going on for a time. Now I will openly say everything is bought at a price, and I do have a price. So I'm being honest. It is what it is. You think that, okay, you're gonna try to slide your way in on this channel, on the channel itself, and certain individuals are going to try to like attach themselves to the channel. If there's enough views coming in, I'll fold. I'm not saying my actual morals internally will fold, but what I'm saying is, I'll put the content out that does what it does. But what I'm saying is, at its core, you know what this is, right? That's why I'm speaking like this, because you know what it is. I'm telling you. You don't have to think. You don't have to fucking come up with an imaginary thought. You don't have to formulate a thought. There was that fucking fly again. You don't have to fucking think of a imaginary scenario. I just fucking told you what the fuck it is. Like most people didn't give you the courtesy to do. I just did. I just told you what the fuck it is. So you already know, so you don't have to fucking wonder. And that's a lot what this channel does too. Just tells you. Breaks it down to you. You can rewind it. It tells you. It tells you in a very harsh way because it has to be told that way. So now that you know what this is, the question is, are you going to be a part of it? Or do you not give a fuck? Or wherever, are you somewhere in between? That's fine. That's fine. That's all good. That's fine. You do what you want. But I just told you what this is. Okay? I just told you what this is. As humanly possible as I can tell you. Not me literally unconscious out of my body somewhere trying to thought pattern convey to you thoughts and patterns in some type of way, in some hippy dippy way to you that you like, you know, your very soul could like grasp what I'm trying to convey to you. You know, I just told you just 'cause right now. You know, that's what this is. So the question is, what are you gonna do about it? You know, what are you gonna do about it? You know, the choice is yours. I also have to ask the question, do you really believe shit that you've been told? Do you really believe the shit you see in the media? Do you really believe these little fucking news reporters that come on here with their little microphone, their fucking suit, and get the flies on my screen, guys. The huge fucking gray fly. And I just whomped him hard. And the thing has literal fucking I just backfisted the shit out of him, and he's got maggots hanging out of his fucking, or her, out of its ass. And this fly is toast. I'm holding it by one wing, and I'm not letting this fly go. This fly is done. I'm not having this fly lay maggots in my fucking room. Fuck out of here. So, like I was saying, I may even put a picture up in the video of this fucking fly. Once I house it properly. Once I find a way to contain its ass. The thing is big. It's fucking huge too. I should put a quarter there just so you can see how big it is. Take a picture of its ass. Once I like dry it out, starve it, put it in a fucking jar or something, so you could see what's going on here. So, like I was saying, it's your choice what you want to do with this. Just saying. See, what I ask is that, like, you sub, you search through the videos from front to back. You know, if you even have the fucking time, you know, you go back and you just decide, like, yeah, is this me or is this not? You know what I mean? And that's what I ask. That's what I ask from you guys. You know, that's what I'm asking from you guys. Because just as much as a PewDiePie, and don't get me wrong, I like these people. I'm just mentioning their names because they're a little big time. They're big time motherfuckers. These are big city rustlers and big city hustlers. And these motherfuckers are big time motherfuckers. So, you know, it's like your PewDiePies and your lean beef patties and your Logan Pauls and these. I don't even. You know what's sad? Even in my mind, in my little pea brain, I don't. It's hard for me to even imagine being like literally. It's hard for me to actually imagine being as big as these people. And honestly, that's not good. You know, you should be able to imagine being something to even try to get anything. You have to have that ability. And it's just not easy for me, man. I mean, some of these people, man, like I said, you know, you lean beef fucking patties, your fucking what's his name, David Lade, bodybuilder types. These are, you know, those are fitness, and then you know your gamer PewDiePies and all this. You know, it's just like making a killing. But my channel is a nobody channel, you know, invisible, you know. almost to the point to where I feel like I have no accountability. Just crazy, just crazy shit. Just like I have no accountability. Because there's no one caring. you know. But I'm an adult. I'm responsible. So I have accountability. For everything. Um, And for those of you wondering, some of you more sensitive types, I'm not going to do anything sinister to this fly, but I'm going to kill this motherfucker. Though. This fly is not going to be in my room just doing whatever the fuck it wants either. This fly is gone. Like I literally backfisted this fucking fly into ability, and it went into the screen, and then I grabbed it by its little fucking wing. I got two live maggots. This is disgusting, crawling on my keyboard because they flew out of this bug's ass. And I know what this fly was about to do. This fly was about to find a fertile ground, food. There's not really food in here, but there's like just ground. This fly was gonna fucking drop off some maggots and then die, and then have, flies running around in my fucking room. And I'm not playing that shit. I'm not. So it's over. It's game over, motherfucker. Like I said, I'm a fucking critter. And it ain't just a fly that this shit will happen to either. Just saying that so for some of you crazy, dumb motherfuckers out here, you will be the same thing. It'll be the same shit. And don't quote me on that either, because of legal reasons. But like I said, just read between the lines. It'll be the same shit with you, motherfucker. Believe it or not, whether you think so or not, it'll be some of you motherfuckers. It'll be the same fucking shit. And you don't have wings. But you will be held by something, and you will be apprehended, and game over. So this is Steve's Art and Fun. This had to be said, as many things had to be said, as I always say. This was a buck wild and crazy critter rant. This is a backwoods, in the fucking bush, rocket raccoon, recon raccoon, whatever you want to fucking call it, rant. A critter fucking buck wild, fucking rabbit tooth rant. All fours fucking rant. A freak critter, little monster in the fucking woods you don't want to run into. As always, and have a fucking nice day. So, you guys, this is what I'm dealing with, bro. See, now, it's still alive. You see that? Thing is still alive. This is what I'm talking about this fucking thing. Now, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not for abusing animals. I'm not going to do anything sinister to this fucking thing. But there is a line of boundary, and I'm not about to let you see this. Look at it. look at it right now. Look at it. Look how big this fucking thing is. I am not about to let this motherfucker come in my fucking room, lay fucking eggs, do whatever the fucking thinks it's gonna do, and fucking come in here and just cause chaos. I'm not fucking having it, man. I'm not playing this shit, man. This shit is over. I got you fair and square, you stupid little motherfucker. And you're done for. You weren't supposed to be here. It is what it is. The world doesn't need a lot of fucking flies. There's plenty of fucking flies. It's over for you, motherfucker. Like anything, like anything else or anyone else. It's over for you, bro. It's over. So, I just thought I'd just stick this in so you could see what the fuck is going on right now. And my room is not that messy either. It's not that fucking messy. But it's fucking summer. And these motherfuckers have a thing that they like to do. And they have no choice but just to give into their impulses. And they want to come in here and they want to fucking lay eggs or whatever, right? But guess what? You see this little motherfucker here? It's not laying any fucking eggs. You see this motherfucker right here? Its legacy ends right the fuck here. It's over. Now I can't show you the two nasty little fucking maggots on my screen. Well, on my keyboard, on my O button. But it dropped off too. And those of you who don't know, these little nasty things right here do drop off live maggots out their ass. Straight out the ass. But I'm not fucking having it. I'm not fucking having it. Just like a lot of other things. I'm not fucking playing around. I'm not having it. Because it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna I'm just not gonna let it happen. It's just no reason for it, you know? It's like, what is this little stupid motherfucker here that I should let that shit fly? It's not. Nah. So this is just a harsh thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I really don't like I almost feel bad, but get the fuck out of my room. That's what I'm like. Get the fuck out of my fucking room. You know, it's like fuck, fuck. It's like every other thing in my life. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You're not doing it. You're not benefiting any. You're not helping. You get the fuck out of here. You're pissing me off, actually. You know? And then I have to do shit like this. This thing will be disposed of. This is not the first thing I've had to ever dispose of. Wink, wink. I've had to dispose of things before. I'm disposing of this thing right now. It's just the way it is. Like, comment, and sub. Steve's Art and Fun. PETA, you can kiss my ass. This thing is going to be disposed of humanely, but it's over.